Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Unique Bio Classes based on NCERT syllabus for PU first and second year. If you like my channel, please subscribe, like and share and hit the bell icon so that you can get notifications as soon as videos are getting uploaded. Don't forget to subscribe and like guys. Okay, we shall start today's session. In our today's session, we are going to discuss about Mendelian disorders. Okay, in our previous sessions, we have discussed about pedigree analysis, right? So today we shall continue with the same with the Mendelian disorders. Mendelian disorders you can find it in your textbook on page number 88, okay, in the NCERT textbook. Okay, now this Mendelian disorders, here it has been directly given it as Mendelian disorders, but actually this Mendelian disorders comes in one of the category of genetic disorders. So you can find broadly genetic disorders may be grouped into two categories. One is Mendelian disorder, another one is chromosomal disorder. Okay, as I've said, this is a NCERT textbook, so nothing is direct. Everything has been turned around and around. Then later you have got this actual what is the topic. Fine. We shall go through first what are genetic disorders, then I shall come to the next Mendelian and chromosomal disorders. For this I have prepared a note as usual as I used to do. So we shall start with my note. Okay, genetic disorders. Hope you can find this. Genetic disorders. 1 second, let me adjust this. Oh, it is clearly visible. Okay guys, fine. So we have started with the genetic disorder. So in this genetic disorders, you can find I have mentioned it as Sir Archibald Gerard. I did a mistake in my previous video of pedigree analysis. What did I said? Sir Archibald Gerard in 1901, he has discovered about the pedigree analysis. That's my big mistake which I did. Actually, Sir Archibald Gerard in 1901, he has discovered the inborn and incurable diseases. Inborn and incurable diseases is discovered by him. And these diseases are due to errors in metabolism. Okay, in a metabolic reaction, in first year you have studied what is metabolism, and some metabolic reactions you have studied in citric acid cycle, in the other cycles which you have studied, right? Kelvin cycle. This metabolism during metabolism there are some errors. If there is one error in that or many errors in that, then it can lead to diseases. Okay, so this diseases has been described or discovered by Sir Archibald Gerard, not the pedigree analysis. Please make a clarification in that. I did a mistake, I'm sorry about that, so please you can correct it. Sir Archibald Gerard in the year 1901, he has discovered that inborn and incurable diseases. Okay, these are due to what? Due to errors in metabolism and are controlled by genes, and they are controlled by genes, right? So metabolic reactions, whatever reactions are going on in a body, in a living body, all are controlled by genes, right? So this is about the genetic disorders. Now genetic disorders, these are broadly categorized into two. First one is Mendelian disorder, second one is chromosomal disorder. This already we have seen, all right, already we have seen in the textbook as it has been given. So I shall first discuss about Mendelian disorders. Fine. So in this Mendelian disorders, what you will find? Mendelian, the name itself shows it is about Gregor Johann Mendel. What does Mendel has talked about? He has talked about inheritance, the pattern of inheritance. How does that genes, genes are getting inherited? Genes according to him is factors. Is it? Those factors, how those are getting inherited from parents to offspring. He has talked about dominant, recessive. He has mentioned about phenotype, genotype, right? So related to that only you can find how does that transfer of genes takes place. Similarly, here transfer of diseases is taking place. The way it takes place, the transfer. So based on that, it has been mentioned as Mendelian disorders. Fine. Mendelian disorders are what? These are the disorders which are mainly determined by alteration or mutation in the single gene. Okay, it has been determined by alteration or mutation in a single gene. What we said about mutation? Mutation we have discussed in our last second video, I think. Mutation is what? A gene, there is an alteration in a DNA sequence. When there is an alteration in that DNA sequence, means there is an alteration in the gene, right? So that alteration in the gene has been taken place. Here the disorders which are mainly determined by mutation in a single gene. Here mutation is taking place in how many genes? In only one gene, and that gene should be get to transfer from parents to offspring, as we have studied in the inheritance patterns of Mendel. Okay, as he has mentioned about loss, in that as it has been given, if you can find the same, then you will get it here. Okay, these disorders are transmitted to the offspring, right? These disorders are transmitted to the offspring on the same lines as in the principles of inheritance. Principles of inheritance, two principles he has given, right? So in those principles of inheritance, as he has mentioned, similarly these disorders are also getting transmitted. That's why it has been mentioned it as Mendelian disorders. Next, the pattern of inheritance of such Mendelian disorders can be traced by pedigree analysis. Is it the pattern? How does it is getting transferred? How does this has been inherited? From whom it has been reached to what? Like it has been reached from grandfather to the son, or it has been reached to the grandfather to the granddaughter, right? So in what way it has been transferred or inherited, that one can be traced by pedigree analysis. Okay, such Mendelian disorders may be dominant or recessive. The Mendelian disorders can be dominant, recessive, as we have said about that one in previous one. Even in pedigree chart also we have shown that it might be a dominant or recessive. Next, the trait may also be linked to the sex chromosomes. Okay, these disorders which we are discussing about, the character which we are discussing about, those characters can be linked to the sex chromosomes. Which are those sex chromosomes in human being? XX and XY. One pair of sex chromosome will be present in each and every individual. So that one pair of sex chromosomes, here that these Mendelian disorders can be linked to sex chromosomes. Okay, example hemophilia. About this hemophilia I shall discuss. This is a Mendelian disorder. It is a sex linked disorder. Sex linked means it is related to sex chromosomes, not the autosomes. 22 pairs of chromosomes which we have, it is not related to that. Only one pair of sex chromosomes what we have, but it is related to that. Okay, X-linked recessive trait shows transmission from carrier female to male progeny. X-linked. What do you mean by X-linked here? X-linked means X is nothing but chromosome. Which is that chromosome? Sex chromosome. Sex chromosome itself is determined by X, right? So if the disease is related to X chromosome, if a default or a mutation is present in X chromosome, then X-linked recessive, it is in recessive condition. Why X will be recessive? Because females will be having two X chromosomes. Imagine if you are having two pens. Is it? If you are having two pens, I am showing here one. If you are having two pens, okay, one is not working, another one is working, which means one is having ink, another one is not having ink. So if one is not working, then you can use the another one, right? So because you are having two. So similarly, XX chromosomes are there, two X chromosomes are there. In that one has got default, one has got one particular gene as mutated, but the same gene is present normal in another X chromosome, which means it works, right? So two X chromosomes are there. One X chromosome is having some damage, some mutation in that, and another X chromosome is normal. Then definitely the other X chromosome will be working condition, right? X-linked recessive trait shows transmission from carrier female to male progeny. Now this female will be carrier. How should I show you? Let me show you here, because females are having XX chromosomes. Is it? These are the two X sex chromosomes, right? Now if an individual is having two pens, I said two pens are there. In that one pen is not working, another pen is working. So during in the time of exam, that pen which is not working, if it stops in between, you can use the another one, right? So similarly, if one gene has got default in that, then another gene is working. Okay, so this kind of females who are having one X chromosome with a mutation and another chromosome, X chromosome is normal, those kind of females are called as carrier females. Okay, and the disease which they are carrying, that disease will be in a recessive condition. Okay, disease might be something, whatever disease they are having, X disease, Y disease, whatever some disease they are having. Okay, this disease is in recessive condition, which means this female is not showing the disease, right? Okay, why she is not showing the disease? If for example, this gene is responsible for fever. I am just giving an example. Fever is not a genetic disorder. Fever you are not getting because of default in the gene or mutation in the gene. Just a simple example I am giving. If one of the female, she is having one of the disorder, that is what it is, she is having fever. Okay, when she is getting fever, when the particular gene is mutated. Okay, when that particular, now this fever she is getting because of one gene. What gene? A gene. Okay, A gene is responsible for fever. Now this A gene is present where? In both the X chromosome. Both the X chromosomes are same. They are carrying same genes. Now both the A genes are present in the each of the chromosome. Now when one chromosome is absent, one chromosome is not having A gene, the other chromosome is having A gene. Is it? If this is not in a working condition, the other X chromosome is working condition, so A gene is present normally, so it will function or it will work. Okay, so this kind of females are called as carrier females, and because they are carrying a default gene or mutated gene, and that disease which she will be having, that will be a recessive disease she will be having, which means she is not having fever, but she will be having that gene which can be inherited to someone else. Okay, fine. It is X-linked recessive trait, shows transmission from carrier female to male progeny. Now, Mendelian disorders are some examples of Mendelian disorders: hemophilia, cystic fibrosis, sickle cell anemia, color blindness, phenylketonuria, thalassemia, etc. Similarly, you will find many of these Mendelian disorders. Okay, these are few. Many of the Mendelian disorders are there. In that, almost I will, all which examples I have given, I will discuss about each one separately. Okay, hope you have got this. Hope you have understood this topic called Mendelian disorders in genetic disorders. And if you have any doubts, any clarification, if you want, please comment in the comment box. We shall meet in our next session that is related to hemophilia. Okay, guys, take care, stay safe, stay healthy.